Hello everyone, welcome to another unboxing. Today we're going to be looking at something a bit weird for the channel, but I figured we got this for ourselves, so we might as well unbox it on the channel anyway. This is, well, as I said last week, the second best value in gaming. The Song of Ice and Fire Stark vs. Lannister set, which I believe retails for $120. Yeah, let's look at what comes in it. It comes with everything you need to play, including 4 heroes for the Lannisters, 4 heroes for the Starks, 3 squads of infantry for the Lannisters, 3 squads of infantry for the Starks, and then a mountainsman for the Lannisters and a unit of cavalry for the Starks. If you've never seen a Game of Thrones product before, these are all pre-assembled miniatures that take place in the Song of Ice and Fire universe, also known as the Game of Thrones universe, but it does take place in the books, not in the TV show, which means there are some characters that are different. Not in the starter set, but just figure I'd throw that out there. It also says 45 to 60 minutes. No, that's all I've got to say about that number, but it doesn't take too long. Well, let's crack it open and look inside. So me and Hannah actually are pretty big into a Song of Ice and Fire miniatures game. We played Targaryens and Free Folk. But we actually got this so that we can introduce our friends who are big into board games to miniature wargaming, in the hopes that they too will become destitute, poor peasants like the rest of us. Ooh. Okay. So first thing I see inside is a core rulebook that is no longer valid. However, everything is in the app, so that's nice.
And it's free.
It is free. It's a free app. And then you get a bunch of terrain and tokens. You use 2D terrain in this, so you just put these down on the board as it instructs you. And then you get this, which is... I'll grab one from one of our other sets. Show off if I've got one handy. Actually, here, I'll just show what it is in the rulebook. That way I don't have to crack this open just yet. It is what makes this game so interesting. So in this game you have both combat units and non-combat units. The non-combat units are able to control various political activities. Unfortunately, the only one in this is a very small one. Oh, there. So you get a non-combat unit to track, where you get to put your non-combat units on it to give you buffs and such on the main board. Then you get the castle walls, which is for scenario play, and a nice little reminder card.
This is actually all the unit cards.
And it's all the unit cards, which again are all severely outdated. I'm actually going to crack this open because why not? I should note, while I say that all of this is outdated, for just like a beginner game, I definitely would say play with the stuff in the box. Like, it's not too unbalanced for just the stuff in the box. This was designed to be played one against the other. So it actually does work out pretty well. I'm just throwing that out there. Like I say, it's outdated, but that's if you want to go into match play and such. So each side gets 2 of those non-combat units that I was talking about, each. Then they get some leaders and some combat attachments that you can make to your units. It's a game very much about list building, which I absolutely adore as a game concept. And, uniquely, you get these, which are cards you can play to affect the game state. You get to have a little hand of them every time, and you make a deck of, what, 20 cards? Sounds right. You get some dice, some black dice plus a little dice that is actually a D3. And then we get into the minis. You get a bunch of spearmen, you get all the little heroes, you get Mr. Stark, Mrs. Stark, Little Stark, and other Little Stark. No, you get Great John Umber. And a wolf. You get a wolf, so that's pretty cool. As you know, my Game of Thrones knowledge is on point. You get a ton of movement trays. It's like all of the movement trays you could ever want. And some cavalry underneath. Your cavalry and your special combat units, which you can upgrade your squads with. Like, seriously, look at all this stuff in this box. And you get a thing that tells you how to organize everything. So that way you can put everything away right back in this box. And then you get the Lannister troops, including Gregor Clegane, the big dude, which I think is his official title. You also get the Queen Mother, and Gregor Clegane. Who else do you get? Peter Dinklage. And who else? Who else do the Lannisters get in this one? I do not recall, and I'm afraid I don't know enough about Game of Thrones to actually tell you by lore who it is. Oh, Jaime Lannister, the Kingsguard. That's right. Anyway, I just wanted to do a little quick unboxing for you guys. I haven't really seen this unboxed too much on YouTube, so that's what made me think about it. As I said, we're getting this for our friend. It's a great little self-contained experience. If you've got $120 and you and your friend want to play A Song of Ice and Fire, this is a pretty good starting point. If you're actually brand new to miniature wargaming, I would argue that as much as I love Flames of War, that this is probably the better one to get started with. You don't have to actually build anything to do it, and because it comes in different colors for each of the different factions, you don't really have to paint it either. It doesn't get confusing. Yeah, no, it's really good. It's not quite as good value as the Flames of War starters. The Flames of War starters are unrivaled in terms of miniature wargaming. So yeah, I give this product an A. I don't do scores here, so I'm not sure what that A means. But like it if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, and I'll see you guys all on the next video. Bye-bye now.